between here and Waloed, but any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehere.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours. Look alive, boys! Full ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Aye, aye!
Do you feel that, Jill?
All hands! Battle stations! Let's see what this girl can do.
Where one leads, so does the other follow. The bond of consciousness which joins them condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold. Fascinating. But then, there is naught my blade cannot sever.
Great Grigos, gosh!
Barnabas.
Hard port! Heads down, you brutes! And brace for impact!
It's now or never. I'll find her.
Bloody hell! Out of starboard!
Where did you hide her, Barnabas?
Captain down! wants him alive!
Hold on. I'm coming. For both of you.
Extra shotguns!
us, and only one.
fine.
Get back!
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands! Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
Stand still!
Phoenix. Are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
In earnest, then. Can you go on?
I think so. But to where?
What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. And all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The Blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve.
Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate. However much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty. In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you lacking. And all this fire and fury, for what? Stopping the blight? A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man.
How dare you?
You know naught of this world nor of our place in it. If our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods. If reason cannot sway you, there are other means of persuasion that might. Raise your guard. Rise, Mythos. Assume the mantle you've been given. And thus is the light of hope severed. You would yield so soon.
Never.
Clive!
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself.
The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos. You wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation! And abandon everything we hold dear!
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours, and not your gods!
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try. Don't look back!
I hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice, where it led. He'd only wait till dawn. This is the second time Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so alone. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself. I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving, provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is. This burden, I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me. those I love. And I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill. We will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other. That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last Mother Crystal.
The Einherjar is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. But there's Tall, and then there's Tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherjar, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true.
We're running out of time. We've done our best to shore up that hideaway. Like that still. We'll keep it.
Let's hope so. I should visit Joshua, assuming Talia will allow it. How are you feeling, Joshua?
Better than I...
But not nearly as well as your cuts and burns may have healed. But your body still bears the...
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe, with yet still it was not. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with...
Yeah.
Oh, it was Chris. Only one man established his dominance that... I'm sorry, brother. It's just... I have never felt so powerless. Perhaps the prince...
What is this place?
Don't move.
Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
The fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand, then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
You make them?
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find... You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few. You will take your...
Of course.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the end. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile. And...
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you coming.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
I still say it were a compliment.
Say it all you like. It doesn't make it true. Ah, Clive, please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy.
I'm not here for Mid.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens?
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion? For so very little is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed if there is anywhere safe to land. You won't find...
And tell us what we will find. I'm sure...
But no splinters!
All right. If it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it... Barnabas Tham, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843. And that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canva's streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped, and Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive?
Do you think you can get us back to that beach, mate?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were... But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing.
Well said. Thank you, Lady Viv.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder...
Probably more visits, Mid. I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Back again? How may I help you today? Once more? Very well. One must understand one's place in the world. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
How do you split the sea?
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
We've run out of Papio nuts and all.
Still alive, are ya? Goingpurse weighing you down?
The stew's awfully thin these days.
So, what'll it be?
Anything else? I have no reason to assume otherwise.
Well, then that changes. Clive, you must listen to this.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, and what I discovered appears to agree.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not, but there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm.
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicle. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished, I need to speak to everyone before we...
Right away.
Mid said I can ride the Enterprise next. No, she didn't. She said I could.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima, as well as slow our march and require supply. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one.
You bet your ass I do. I might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters. Fly merchant colors. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on...
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. You'll be needing passage home.
But if there are no questions...
Let me know when you're leaving.
Of course.
I suppose you've got quite the tale to tell. But I'll let you get some nice warm stew in you first, before I go bothering you for the details.
How do you split the sea?
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Speaking of which...
Worried about him.
Afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knot. So, obviously, I show it, try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him, and seeing as how Blackthorn opened...
I'd speak to him. Well, I suppose...
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon.
All right, I'll meet you...
Please, you're great. My Lord Marquis.
Yote, is anything the matter?
My lord, yes. It's your brother, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted.
But
his grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have... So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding... And thankfully, a recipe was found. The only problem... And our supplies. Unless we can secure more soon. My lord, I know that I have...
For Joshua. So...
A rare herb. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor... We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But the search continues for a new source.
So it's only that you can't reach it? The stone and water itself is unharmed by the flood?
Well, yes.
Then I shall go in your...
But...
You've yet to find another source, correct? Besides,
Well, Stonewort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. I shall remain here, and...
Clive! I'm sorry to drag you into this, just I couldn't think who else to ask, and... Here you go.
What's happened? Pardon me, but would you happen to be a fighter? That well-notched steel and impressive physique. Might you be convinced to offer me the use...
How exactly do you intend to use...
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemeckis history, and I require a rugged companion, lest I find myself waylaid by ne'er-do-wells or the beasts. Should you accept, you will not only earn yourself material well,
My arms are yours.
Wonderful!
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis road, and from quickly.
Wait. I'd better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
I see you've been of some assistance to Eloise.
Perhaps.
Finding someone. You see, I've been having trouble with... I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back. Now, Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that. But...
Any idea where his search for
The old Zemeckis Road, perhaps? Joseph's lived a hard life. Made him grey long before his time.
Can't imagine there are too many grey-haired sellswords around. What I wouldn't give for a hobby.
Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
When are they gonna let us through?
What do you want?
Just information.
Now you mention it,
Which way did he go?
I buggered off down the road, I expect. Now, why don't you...
Why am I not surprised?
You'll hand over your coin if you know what's good.
It's over. Are you hurt?
Happily not. Good. More importantly, we have arrived. Colossal vessels. Airships, we call them. With very little thought to what wonders such a word might oblige me, if you would. Does anything strike you as... Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt. But merely one of countless enigmas. Come, good sir.
He's passionate. I'll give him that. Time to fight.
We don't want any...
Neither do I.
Well, we haven't...
Yes, we have. We saw those ones.
Maybe he found his thief.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there, and that they eat little boys.
Shh, now.
I only told them what you...
I'd listen to your mother if... Did Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here? I think we've found our thieves. They don't look happy to see me. Let's get this out.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph?
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you.
Have I been gone? That wasn't hard, finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I
take it things are more complicated than...
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems, or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area, and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little hut. I launched myself at them, full of righteous fury. Others, they huddled around that they stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself.
So you spared them? And earned their trust into the bargain by the...
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such a once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk...
I'm impressed. I didn't know goblins could be...
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market. Oh, and don't mention the goblins.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it.
Come on. Not again. All right then. Who's first? You're going to get you...
Oh, That would not do. That would not when such majesty stretches out before us. As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods. And great, alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time. But we must not dwell upon such things. Onward!
He's really got himself into trouble this time. Still in one piece.
It would seem so. And once more, you impress me with your prowess. These were although Moss the Chronicler concurs with the legends in attributing the fall of Zemeckis to a wrath wrought upon mankind by the gods, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty, could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon the province? Alas, all is mere...
Not if you keep running headfirst in...
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaw...
Glad to help, but... Didn't you...
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. You see, even my fellow scholars have grown somewhat weary of my music, and so I came upon...
That's what this was all about.
I am afraid so. And now, my...
Fine.
And so, here, your reward for humoring my selfish whims.
Joseph's fine. He certainly knows his business.
A good man to have around, that Joseph. And thank you for putting my mind at ease.
Who needs a porter when there's no villain?
If we're going to do this, we'll need help.
Clive, it just so happens that right at this very moment...
And what talents would...
Why, your fearlessness.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over, Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers, none remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under... But the army, too, is in disarray, and finds itself unable...
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless...
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attraction.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled, and we believe we have found one. The place was abandoned a long time ago.
And so, we seek the aid of a fearless...
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of...
Of course.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working, so I'd better get... Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in.
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chadra's Thread, past Lately.
All right.
I'm sure you won't need...
Do you have any fresh water?
Now I just need to see about getting the word out to everyone.
Bad news.
Good, actually. Something worth celebrating. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her while I go in and...
What exactly are you celebrating?
I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 60. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire. And most wouldn't part of it.
So I've heard.
Oh. So you, a gentleman who might simper, would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you...
Sounds...
So you'll do it. You won't need to go far. Ulf is Aldrich, the free of the fight. Stop by again when you let them know.
I'll be right back.
Has this wine turned? Or is it my stomach?
What's happened? Guards at the gate are in a right old panic.
Who needs a porter when there's nowhere left to go?
I've been asked to find Aldrich.
That's me right now.
The innkeeper sent me.
If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet. It's Oriflamme one day. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. I'd say I've done enough for today to...
Do you have any fresh water?
Please. A piece of fruit. A crust of bread. Anything.
Are you Milan?
That's me.
The innkeeper's just had us. He thought you might like to join him for a...
He knows me.
Wine and ham to spare.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the crystal, we get meat from San Brec, herbs from Rosaria. Why? Or rather we did, till not so long ago. These are lean, still. There's no point dwelling on it. Better to live life while you can, eh?
You'll buy something, won't you? Please.
looking for Bolek.
Well, you found him.
The innkeeper sent me. He's just...
I've never said no to a goat hand. I'm not about...
You must be a busy man.
No one's making for the refugee camps anymore. Meaning, they linger here instead. I spend more of my days moving back. What gets to me are the gangs that prey on the poor sods. As if they haven't... Some days you can't help but wonder what the... You know what?
Hold on. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine. I spoke to your friends.
That's fantastic news. It's been a while since we all... And the way I see it, that wine...
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the... And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace. If ever there... Those three are the backbone of Boklad. And without the market, I wouldn't have... Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Right. I'd better...
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of... If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. Oh.
A goat and 60 bloody sick. A bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows.
Here they are, the three pillars. The woes of the world may be monstrous in many.
Never a truer word spoken.
Clive.
Oh?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after... Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems our barracks in the Lazarus have been... Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around, but we ain't got nowhere for them to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts, and I'd build them a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put them? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock, which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on...
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all, but there's only so many we can shelter. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less, and that's what I was hoping you might help me with.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about...
It was a tragedy, and if any of us could have done anything to stop it, but what's done is done. And those...
I suppose you're...
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got... There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den. Nasty bastards they are, too. Would have sent someone to clear them out sooner, if my boys didn't already have their hand. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on.
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have...
And I know them. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be... And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own, too.
Of course.
Reckon Eastpool would make a nice little home for a few bearers and guardians with a mind to make a go of it. Once those blasted bandits have been sent packing, that is.
All right, Sir Wade. Let's hear your plan.
My lord, Marquis, it is you. I am Sebastian Rutherford.
Of course.
Yes, my lord.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't...
1,000 apologies, my lord.
It's all right.
I am here at Martha's Rest, tasked with learning what I am able of, and what I have learned is grim. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashica, the gears of governance have ground to a halt. And without a state, the realm threatened. Your lord, uncle, however, but...
That sounds like...
It is. Hence,
alas,
I have lost They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword. Yet in these dark times, even that...
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic. The other,
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Thank you, my lord.
For making this town a welcoming place.
So Wade.
And you, Lord Ross.
I spoke with Mom. She tells me you have plans.
That's right. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat. And then there are the bearers. Men and women who... We need somewhere to...
As can I, which is why I...
That's very kind of you. With you beside us, we shall soon send that...
So?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there... A small force would suffice to clear the village. But if the Akashic were to follow them in...
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with it. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and make sure I'm not taken.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself.
The Akashic are the bigger risk.
Well, I shall summon my men.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead.
All right.
We shall see you there.
Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our stone wart. Yote mentioned blood-red petals. Just my luck. Won't forget anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it. collect as much as I can before reinforcements arrive. All right. That should do it. Let's get these back to... Yote.
Yes, I'm sure it will serve us.
I'm very glad to hear.
You and His Grace are very much alike. You think only of how you might help others.
No more than you have minding my brother.
I am honored, but I beg you, my lord.
I'll keep that in mind.
Let's go. Run like the wind. No need to ride from here.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need.
If you're ready, we leave at once.
Come, my children, the reckoning is nigh.
Sell anything today?
As much as you, I'll wager.
Let's go. Rodrigo could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls. You're finished. Hopefully one won't be enough. Rodrigo will... Prepared the other ingredients by now.
Thank goodness you're back.
Is this what you need?
Yes, I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but a single dose dulls it. It may be a gentle way to die. I wish there wasn't a...
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Daya. I'm so proud of you.
He's gone. Thank you. And you, Clive?
Oh, see that.
The man you helped today was my mentor, back in the Southern Isles. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents, to treat the wounded with, but in such blighted lands, I was next to useless.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world.
And the kindness Sid would have...
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next. Never know. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But mine, I've no tears left. I've seen too many of my friends do something, and we need to be the...
And we will.
I hope so. Clive, I wanted to give you...
What's this?
a chest of all the medicine. Seeing as you're so reluctant to come to the infirmary...
I'm sure it will be very entire.
And work Rodrigue all the harder, you mean? He's a quick I'll take that particular piece of it. Besides, who else is going...
Who indeed?
I'm glad I was there for his final moments.
How may I help you today, Clive? Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
Clive. Here you go.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Well...
You know what you have to... Clive, as you know, our time grows short. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal...
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment. His revenge.
It is the one and it is all that I have lived for.
But what of Lostwing?
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight. There are those among us who I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought that a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay at... And so, Clive, will you take them to your hideaway?
I will.
Thank you.
I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the...
Understood.
Then the last of my preparations, and may Griga guide us.
Gotan's Bales then, and quickly, before anyone else finds them. Everyone. You can no longer guarantee your protection.
Well, if that's what them... Sid, none of us would be standing here today if we owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he... If he's saying we ain't safe in Lost Wing no more, and if that's what has to happen, then so be it. That we get to...
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone?
They've gone with Master...
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's Manor. We have to get Quentin to call off here. It ain't just a black shield protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. They don't stand a chance against that thing. They're all gonna fucking die.
Sid! Don't worry about us. We can't let Quentin...
All right. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods.
Promise us, Sid. Promise...
Straight home now. Don't tell me I'm too late.
Quentin.
Which is more than I can say for my... They followed me, without question, all the way.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But...
Your comrades didn't die for... Don't let their sacrifice...
I won't.
Come on, then. You're no guard dog. Just a rabid beast that needs to be put down. Is it over?
Is it? He wept and begged for mercy, just as I dreamed of all my plans. Building a haven in Lost. It was all for that. What is? My faithful comrades.
Quentin.
Master Quint...
You.
And so are you. It's Lostwing.
What? Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool! Damn it. It's not going to last long in there. Come on, Torvald. We need to make this quick. need to get back to Quentin. Quentin. Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to... Welcome back to the land. The flood has filled.
I see. Then all is a strange...
No, Master Quentin.
Why? All that I strove for is I have nothing that...
What the heck are you on? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you're only free to so you could get revenge.
But I prayed. Can't we just go back to how it was?
Your work ain't over yet, Master. We believed that you were the right...
Your village may be lost, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? Why would anyone...
Because we're family.
Family?
Yeah. And all... Lostwing weren't just a...
It was. And as long...
We can start again. Build a new Lost...
If one life ends, why just a village? What's to stop?
That's the Master.
Please, Quentin, after all. Permit me to withdraw. I will no longer be needing your help.
I'll pretend you never...
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf.
A bottle or two of your finest red will...
Of course. And I have a feeling that this, if you don't mind waiting...
I look forward to it.
We may be bruised, we may be battered, but we won't stop fighting.
Master Quentin is...
Let's go. Time to fight.
Look what we have here.
All right then. Let's get this over with. stables, girl. Don't get surrounded. Come on. Faster! You deserve a rest. Ready, go? Run like the